Praise Yah. OSR was good. Happy Friday, bro. Let me grab some of the hi-hats. Snare and just okay. Good. Sam City was good. Chilling, yeah. I've been having a lot of gas lately. I've actually been thinking about picking up the SP again. And I think I always like, I don't know if there's some kind of psychology to this whole thing that's implemented or what, or you know, human physiology just knows, because I always get gas like right before Black Friday and right before like NAMM. So NAMM's gonna be like next week, so can anticipate there's gonna be some new gear coming out, maybe some of our favorite, you know, retailers, Akai, like I'm thinking Roland, maybe Native Instruments. It's been kind of bubbling up, like the idea of maybe these companies coming out with something new and big, right? So I don't know, I feel like I just get gas right before that. So I have been thinking about, I think I can get And the SP had a pretty good deal. If I trade something, I'm thinking about doing that. So I might just do that regardless, even though I have a feeling that there's going to be some new stuff by next Tuesday. You know, initially I think it was thought that MKII didn't have a booth, but it looks like they do have a booth this year, which seems like a pretty big deal, you know. Oh, that's a smart move, you know, sticking with what you got, OSR. Oh, you got the OPXY? You gotta sell it? You can't just return it? I think it hasn't been out that long, has it? Or it be past the octave limitation on the SP? No, I think there's still only 2 octaves on that. But yeah, the OSR with the Lo-Fi 12XT, you get a ton of octaves on that. Too late to return. I see. But yeah, oh yeah, so I was talking about the SP, and I've got a strange feeling. It's not really much. You know, I try to like investigate these things. Usually when it comes down to the NPCs, I'm on top of it because there'll be like leaks and there's info out there, and I can kind of investigate that. I'm not as on top of like other brands. And I think when Roland actually announced the Mark II, there was like no indication. I don't think they do leaks like that, because I'm pretty sure MKII plans these leaks. But if MKII is going to announce an NPC, they're keeping this one airtight. Maybe they want that, because if they do announce an NPC, it's going to be a pretty big deal. It's going to be like I was speculating back when MPC 3 was coming out, the software, the firmware, that they would make something that has like physical buttons and knobs that more align with the new firmware. So maybe they're doing a different approach this year, and they are going to NAMM. As far as I know, I was looking it up last night, and it looks like they have a booth, but I'm not sure. But I was saying about the SP. I've been looking at SP prices, and what I've noticed is that within the last couple days, if you go over on Guitar Center, that the price is like been cut down. It's been dropped down on the SP from $499 to $466, but it was dropped down initially to like $470, and then just like yesterday it's down to $466. So I'm like wondering, it's not enough evidence to prove that anything's coming, but it kind of makes me think like right before NAMM they're dropping the price to like move out a few units. I don't know if that's enough to say there's a new SP coming, because that's kind of wild. It's not crazy in this space though. Like I guess MKII, they move faster than anyone as far as these standalone units, but they've been doing it longer. The SP technically has been out for like 3, 4, or 5 years, I think since 2001. So it could be a new SP, or it could be something else. I thought I heard like something kind of floating out there, like rumors of like if you guys remember the Roland MVs, like the larger ones that look like an MPC. That was kind of ahead of its time. That was more of the dawn of the box before we saw the MPC come around. Yeah, I mean, this is still pretty compact. Like I thought it would when I first got it. I thought it was kind of clunky, but compared to like some of the older MPCs, this is even more compact. It's a little bit longer than like the MPC, but it's still thinner and even a little bit lighter than I think the original MPC 1000. But yeah, I don't know. Just more speculation, more gas. Not a lot of evidence there, but I think it's possible. Roland's a pretty big. They're a heavy hitter too, man. They're always coming out with new stuff. Like they already announced new stuff. I'm pretty sure. Like was it Roland, or I think maybe Korg announced a bunch of stuff. I had to go back and look at it. I Am Ray Beats. I don't know, man. Like it's been a while since they've been at NAMM. They might be trying a different approach, but I mean, y'all should confirm that for yourselves. I don't know if they're actually gonna be at NAMM. Like I was looking at it, and I went to the NAMM website and to see who's registered, and I put Akai in, and it had a booth, but then above that it said 2004 NAMM, so which was kind of confusing because when I put the search in, I was on 2005 or whatever. So, but I would double check. If they're there, then I think they would definitely announce something new, and they're taking a different approach rather than allowing the leaks to come out. They're trying to keep it airtight, but it would be a bigger deal, I think, because it's like the next stage. And maybe there's, with like the Akai Force being discontinued, maybe that's coming. Maybe there's something, because these two worlds, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Force. I've never used one, but I still, geek out and pay attention. The Force has been on like a version of MPC 3.0 before the MPC was. It had a lot of the features that we didn't have in this, and now they're like really kind of lined up. So I imagine they might make some kind of hybrid, or maybe just maybe they'll announce a new MPC, a new Force, but also announce the integration somehow. Or maybe they'll just announce the official 3.0 software and introduce like the 3.0 software for the computer. Maybe that's all it'll be. Because usually when there is an MPC, there's gonna be a leak because of those FCC filings. Because these MPCs have like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I think that's the main reason why they have to be filed with the FCC. And there's someone's always out there investigating. That's never me usually. I tried to look it up yesterday, low key, but I didn't really try to go too deep into it. So maybe there isn't something coming, because that might be pretty hard to keep under wraps with the FCC filings. Dual curved. You see, you're still on that dual. You really want that dual screen. But yeah, I think they will announce something. I think Roland will announce something. I think Native Instruments will announce something. And I think Akai will announce something. Native Instruments is overdue for some kind of hardware, I think. I mean, I don't pay too much attention to Native Instruments. I'm not that deep into NI, but it kind of seems like they're overdue for something, just looking at the competition. And Roland can definitely keep up. So those are the three companies I'll be looking out for. Maybe Korg. I don't know. Korg put out something that could have been cool with that looked like an SP/MPC with the touchscreen, but it really was just like a sampled player DJ thing. So I mean, Korg could really use a good sampler groove box. I don't know that they really have one.
Dad, I found this thing.
Okay, what is that?
It's a salt thing.
It's not a salt thing. It's more like a speaker. My daughter found that. She said it's a salt thing. It does look like a salt shaker, but when you turn it around, it's got like a battery slot. I think this goes inside like a teddy bear. Where did you find it?
It was. You have to follow me.
Oh no, I'm gonna sit right here. I gotta keep going. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Water from the whites.
Did you spill water?
No.
Whoa, what is with this mess? No, don't start messing. And if you're done eating, you need to pick your plate up. Get that box out of here. You're alright. We'll clean it in a minute. Hey, no, it's fine. I just said it's fine. Go ahead, play. Go ahead. I said later. We'll clean it later. I'll help you. No, go ahead. But you do need to pick your plate up. You're not eating it. Okay? Okay. Not my daughter starting to cry and whine right now. That's frustrating. see. Okay, John Duel. Wanted to ask you, Raul, you see the remix? I opened up file, I need vocal. See the remix, I opened up the file, I need vocal to time stretch to 80. I don't know, dude. Let me see. You're talking about did you download my project? The Give Thanks? Hold on, y'all. I gotta go handle this. It's gonna be very frustrating. My daughter's crying in the background. Whoa, hey, all right. Yeah, I'm back. Man, things things get frustrating sometimes. It's been a while since I've been on here doing a live stream or even doing a video, man. I've really been feeling like I'm slacking. I was gonna come on last night after work, but I was too tired, so I figured I'd just get up, go to bed, get up as early as possible, and get this going as early as possible. Just get a session in, get some watch hours in. Feel like I'm still progressing. But I mean, it's all been part of the plan in a way, so I can't be discouraged and keep going on the same path, you know. I intentionally wanted to take a step back from what I'm doing so I could shift what I'm doing rather than still continuing down the same path of trying to make video after video of tutorials that are somewhat related. I mean, they're related because it's music production, but it's not what I've been having in mind. And so, like, I'm stepping back a little bit to get better and gain some experience in this whole songwriting and recording process, so I can get my vocals sounding better, so I can get better at writing, so then I can just share more of that information. And that might be even more niche overall, because I don't even know how many people that watch my YouTube channel have in the past are songwriters as well versus beat makers, producers, you know. So, but even so, that's even if it's a smaller niche, because it's like I'm niching down even more, I think, because rather than it just being about MPC production, which has been pretty niche and standalone, it's like MPC standalone songwriting, vocal recording, even more niche. I don't even know how many people out there do that. I mean, maybe that's growing too, as this thing is become even more capable, but I still think the majority of people track out their stuff and go record in a DAW. I'm just not interested in that. So, but let's see, go back to what SimCity was asking. And I appreciate you. Thank you for downloading Give Thanks and having some interest in that and doing a remix. So I think what you're saying is, like, I think the song is at, I don't want to open it up right now. Maybe if I get something going on this, I could save the project and then go open it up, just try to see what you're saying. But I usually don't. I'm not a big time stretch person. So I was looking at audio tracks. Maybe I can look at it here after I get some kind of a vocal idea going. But I remember back with 2.0, there was a warp within audio tracks, but I was looking for it yesterday and I didn't see it.
You open it for me.
There you go. Make sure you drink a lot of water. So I don't know, I'll take another glance at it. Usually there's a warp. So are you trying to use the actual project, or are you just trying to use the audio, like the vocal tracks, like the hooks, or what? Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching. OSR 72, I think. What does that mean, 72? Like the stepping back to get better. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing now, because I don't know if y'all notice, I haven't really been putting the videos out like that. Yeah, I mean, I actually have a video outline written down, so I do need to take some time to do that. And it is related. It'll be a standalone MPC video about vocal recording and like effects, inserts and stuff. Okay. Okay. Because if you opened up the project, the Give Thanks project, you're going to have like two or three different, I think it's like 3 different audio tracks. One of them's just like me humming on it on the hook, and then the other is the hook, and then the other one is the verses. So I don't know, that maybe just, I would probably mute everything but the audio tracks with the vocals on it, and do like a resample. Or you can, yeah, you can wave all the vocals, or you can probably do them individually. So you have 3 different tracks, and so like there'll be a lot of empty space in those tracks, but they'll be lined up. I think you can just do like an audio mix down straight on the arranger. So that's a possibility. It's just not stuff that I've looked at, but we can probably figure it out for sure. Yeah, maybe a bounce. I got to get some kind of audio on these tracks before I can really look at it. So let me keep chopping a little bit. See if I can come up with a sequence here. Get this metronome. On here. Slow down. Here, the garbage. Hey. So, do you guys have any gear predictions for next week? Or like wants, desires? Let me do this real quick. Copy this track. This is going to be my drums on track 2. I like to do my chops on track 1 and my drums on track 2. That's usually what I do. So I'm going to rename these chops, drums. I'll redo the chops. Okay, let's go like this. Oops. Tighten that chop up again. Okay, drums. Yeah. Ah, now I've never seen those drumsticks. Who makes those? That sounds cool. You know what else I've been using on MPC? Randomizer, Beast. That thing can fire out hot loops quick. Set it to 35 bars, random scale, and no length. Ah, okay. I messed around with it a couple times a while back, but I didn't really put too much time into it because some of the stuff that came out I didn't like. But it sounds interesting, something to get back into. Sniggy Moo, good evening. Why do I like the Live more than the Live 2? I mean, some of it's superficial. I mean, it's smaller, more portable. I think the Live 2 is great. It's not really that I like it more, but the Live 2 does have additional things that I don't necessarily need. And like, you know, it's got the CV gates and stuff. I really don't need all that. The buttons, the extra buttons are nice, but they're kind of a luxury too. And you can set up a lot of those shortcuts here, so you don't need them. Like I said, CV gate's not something that I use. What else does it have? Volume knob on top has become kind of a luxury. It used to be standard with the older MPCs, but I mean, this is not a super big deal. I kind of like the fact that I can just use any in-ear headbud or in-ear earbuds. Hey. Like any little pair if I wanted to. And I guess that's what it is. Like, I'm just kind of a minimalist. If I don't need it, I don't want any extra. So, and then just on top of it, like, you can get these Lives at a super good price. Like, you'll see them anywhere between like $400 and $700. Like, you know. So I got this one for probably like $450, and that's a great deal because I mean it's still supported. Thank you. Can you put it over there, please? No, put it over there. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I mean, that's mainly what it is. I'm just a minimalist. So. sharp minor. Let's see if I can get that in key. Sharp. That's one thing I'm hoping they upgrade, is the fact that they have a lot of scales. But the readings that you get, like, see if I go to the sample edit too, like you can get the key detect. It doesn't read anything other than major or minor, so you gotta kind of, if you're in here and you're trying to play along in pad perform, like to me this, like most of this sounds good. This note doesn't seem right, so I'm gonna go. Guess I could just keep that out there, natural minor. Beats by Alonzo was good. We're just over here, you know, chilling, just chopping something up, talking a little bit about gear, about NAMM a little bit, talking about a little bit about production techniques. There's a little time stretching we were in there talking about. But Alonzo, you're gonna be at NAMM. I think that's what it sounded like from your comment in the FB post. That's what's up. Yeah, strum mode for chord progressions would definitely be nice. That was something I was also thinking about covering in like a video, because I have some ideas that would make it a lot better. There's a lot of resources in pad perform that aren't being utilized. Like they're not, like you go in here and your cue links have no purpose. These could be assigned to do something like strumming, you know, or to be able to like change your note positions. So that's mainly the things that I would suggest. You have any predictions or desires over for NAMM gear stuff? Certain brands? Mic's too loud? Oh, okay. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. What's up, DJ Rick? Still way too loud and distorted? It doesn't sound like that to me, so it's weird. Turning the beat down overall. It's still loud? Yeah, I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing then, because it sounds good to me. Nothing's distorted on my side. It just kind of sucks to hear that. But the beat isn't too loud. The music isn't.
Warning? What's the warning one? That's the big giant thing. He tells us ginormous and he's
NAMM is dying.
And his whole daughter is right there doing the daughter.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the big brands are still going. MKII seems to be back from the looks of it. Booth costs $100,000? That's crazy. Yeah, where is that info coming from about Kai having the biggest booth? I haven't. I heard that somewhere, but I don't know how that info is. If there's like a map, there might be a map about being able to see that. Yeah, that's expensive, but that's kind of not really much for these companies, right? These are huge companies. Check, check, one. How's the audio levels now? Oh, is there an app? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's too loud.
Yes.
Sounds fine to me. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, Yeah, if I turn it down much, I can't even hear myself. I like to be able to hear myself when I'm coming up with lyrics or some kind of vocal harmony. Yeah, I think these are fat pads. I bought it this way. So yeah, I didn't change them out myself. That's kind of why I jumped on buying this used live, because I've always wanted fat pads but never wanted to try to install them myself. Done it on the older MPCs, like the 1000, 2500, but never on these. It just looks way too frustrating for me to do. Honestly, I don't know if they're fat pads though. When I look at them, they don't look much fatter than the other ones, but I don't have another MPC to compare it side by side. I'm having trouble finding a few good sounding notes. It's too much. What's good, Linda Sun? JT. Heritage Audio Synth. I'm not even really familiar with that brand. Hero. This world needs a hero. What's good? In Music Brands has an entire section, so I'm assuming they be showing everything they got. Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw too. 4A is what I saw. I looked up MKII. I didn't look up In Music though. So yeah, I mean, In Music is a lot, so maybe they're showing off a bunch of stuff. Check, 2, a passive stereo selector. I have a bunch of synthesizers and drum machines. So you go for an audio interface with limited I/O, similar to Franken Audio's SS6 synth DI. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even up on those brands. I guess the scope of brands that I pay attention to is pretty narrow. Just the ones that, well, just mostly samplers, you know what I mean? So, sampling the floaters, copped some records from Goodwill the other day. Just getting to them. That's what's up. That's cool. That's a real vibe. I actually got rid of all my records. I've probably done that a couple times, but although I gave them to a friend, really, sold my turntable. He said I could borrow them whenever, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to that because it's kind of time consuming, and there's not a lot of time consuming and money consuming. So I got rid of them just to focus on the songwriting bit, and instead of records, I did subscribe to the radio app, and then I got like Splice, and then there's always YouTube, so which has, you know, it has recordings of vinyl, so you can find vinyl on there on the internet. Not the same, but I just felt like getting rid of them, kind of the benefits of time saved for me kind of outweigh the nostalgia and, like, I don't know. Yeah. But that's dope though. Get to sampling, man. Sounds like fun. Yeah. Are you ready to go outside? Oh no? Okay. Yeah, space. They get heavy quick. They do take up space. I'm pretty back and forth with stuff because I just bought like a nice little crate, and I had bought dividers with like the little sticky alphabet letters so I can so I could categorize them and stuff. And I had decided to categorize, and I never got around to creating this way, which would have been cool. But I categorized them by like instrument type, because I would always, when I would hunt for records, I would look for more like simple solo instrument type records, rather than like sampling, you know, full bands and that kind of thing. So I like organized them in strings, like bass or like drums, you know, horns and woodwinds, that kind of thing. So my idea was to kind of like pull from the instruments as, you know, different instruments of a band in a way to create from different sources. And I did that probably one time, and it was kind of coming out cool. Now that I'm talking about it, I kind of regret not having my records now, because there's just something about that, like making the sound collage. That's a whole nother level. Rather than like, I don't know, it's very satisfying. Rather than just taking one piece of music and just chopping a loop, which is, I mean, is all good and fun. That's mainly what I do, and then just try to build a little bit over it. Yeah, man, there's something to that. Just relying just on the vinyl sample sources and using that limitation. I mean, you could definitely do it, especially having like an MPC and having like the auto key detect. You can easily just, you know, pitch things so you get the right key, and then try to fit them into the rhythm, the tempo. But you don't necessarily have to use everything like as is, you know, in a defined tempo and all that. But yeah, I kind of regret it now. Shit, getting rid of them records. But oh well, I'm not gonna go back to that thinking for now. I had to pull this. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still a good thing you could do, like, and save in your browser. That's something that just kind of came to mind is maybe just saving all your samples into folders that are instrument types. That could be a good idea. All right, so let me just look at this and see if there's a warp on here. Usually, oh, it is right there. Huh. Wonder why I did that. I wonder what that's basing that off of. That's weird. But yeah, the warp is in there, so that should start. At least, I don't know if you're still in here, bro. SimCity was asking me how to time stretch my vocal, like do the whole audio track. So warp. I mean, you could easily just use the time stretch in the sample edit if you do if you bounce the whole file and you have the length of the song. That'd probably be the easiest way. But if you want to keep it on the timeline, warp is there. Oh, okay, so I gotta set the BPM. My BPM of this would be 85.7. So now if I change the tempo, so that works well. Forget what tempo was that originally. There we go. So yeah, there you go. SimCity, you still in here? There's your answer. There's your answer. Press warp, set your time here, and that's it. It's quick. You just have that whole file in an audio track. Hit warp, set your original tempo, and then just change your tempo, just like any other, just how you would with the drum programs. Just bought a bass guitar. That's what's up. Usually use the time stretch and sample edit under process, then pitch shift. There you go. All right, well, I got one in. I'm gonna go ahead and charge up the MPC, get it ready to take to work. Check. You guys got any more speculation as far as NAMM next week? What you want to see? What you think we'll see? What I think, I mean, I've been saying it for a long time. Like, I hope to see that like an MPC mini, another portable version of the MPC. Then my second choice would be to see if another SP. I don't necessarily would like to see another SP. I'd like to see another update on the SP. that improves some things on that. Because I am kind of planning here to go grab one up again, so it'd be nice if they dropped an update. Some things I think they could update on the SP, expand that chromatic mode, make that new synth generator, give it the ability to sequence it. Maybe that'd be cool if they added Zencore. I wouldn't hesitate. Like if you could get acoustic instrument samples and presets on that would be cool. And make that sequenceable. I don't think they're done. I feel like that whole sound generator is not finished. Like kind of like the chromatic mode when they first released the SP, it wasn't even, you couldn't even put it in the sequencer. It was just like you could only resample it, and it was just monophonic. So all you could do was play bass line. So I feel like it's not finished. But it's been less than a year since they put an update out for that. I was 404. April 4th, was it?
Black.
So that's my second hope. I don't know. Yeah, my second hope. First is MPC. Second is SP Roland. Or if Roland came out with some other thing. I mean, I would really like if they. I don't think they're ever gonna. I don't know how I can see them revamping the whole pattern sequencer idea on SPs, but I love the SP so much. I wish it had a sequencer that was at the front of the panel versus it feels like you're going into a back room or something when it comes to the pattern sequencer. So if they had more like MPC style up front sequencing on an SP, if they made that change, I don't know how many people would be bothered by that. You'd probably have some people that be bothered, like, hey, don't change it. But most people you see that come in using the SP, they're like, man, the sequencing sucks. It's not super bad, but it just definitely could be better. And then next, I'd be interested to see, I guess, what if Native Instruments puts out another. Maybe they'll make a standalone, a new plus with a battery. I think Akai will have something, Sniggy and Jay, because we were saying, I don't know if you guys have been in here this whole time. They do have a booth. InMusic has a giant booth at NAMM this year. So. Yeah, you want that portable MPC2 Hero for sure. I gave the LM drum a little bit of my attention, but I don't think I'll go that way. I just don't like the form of it, and the main thing about it was I didn't see if there's any way of like sample chopping other than like going from pad to pad, and then I think there's a limitation of pitching only on some of the pads. Other than that, I like the display. It kind of reminds me of the SP.
This is not chocolate.
So yeah, those are my top 3 brands I like to see. And then if Core could come out with some kind of dope groove box, that might be interesting. But yeah, I haven't really seen that from them, so. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off of here.
This one was nice too.
Your MPC, what are you using, JT? Are you on the SP?
Not nice too.
Yeah, so I actually kind of rather see a rolling update for the existing SP, because I'm good with the MPC, and if another one comes out, then I'm gonna get it probably no matter what it is. The only way I won't get the new MPC is if it's a flagship, which there's a group of people out there that are hoping for a flagship, like the X needs an update, but so yeah. All right, peace, fellas. Thanks for kicking it. I'll see you on the next one.